Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Saga of Tanya the Evil, episode 4. If you are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to actually be doing a mini binge from this episode to try to get at least a few episodes in. I'm excited. If you're new, subscribe. Check out the Patreon for the full reactions, exclusive shows, and let's go ahead and start. She looks so normal and acts so normal like that. You would never guess what she used to be, or having a former life or anything. Or what she does. Also, I'm quickly reminded that it's the 20s. Yeah. 1924.
ヨハンもう5人も倒したの？うん、クリスマスには戻ってこれそうって。前線を離れ、すでに半年以上が。One thing I did notice, I went back before I started watching the next episodes. I went back to episode 1, 2, and 3 and just kind of quickly looked at little things. I like to do that sometimes. In episode 1, something that was just very quick, but it's obvious we're in the 20s and stuff, but it like saw the map and I just kind of like looked, I kind of, when in episode 1, when I was watching it, I kind of really didn't think too hard, you know, it went, and then I looked at it, I went back to episode 1 and looked at it and I'm like, okay, so looks like Europe. There's literally like the flags. I like deep dived and looked into the flags and stuff, and everything is almost, I mean, it's almost exact. It's just like, hey, I'm not putting it there, but it's literally, here's France, here's Germany, you're Germany. Like, there's just a lot of things where I was like, okay, this is very obvious. I mean, I more assumed and guessed, but that just was like, when you actually look at the map and look at like all the flags and stuff on there, I was like, oh, okay, that's, yeah, that it's almost verbatim. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. It's so crazy. You were just on the battlefield doing that, now we got a school arc? But more serious? Well, you have all that respect and rank and everything too. I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I would be shocked. Let's not say everything goes your way and everything's perfect and everything's going to be easy. You're setting yourself up. It also helps that she's been like on the front lines and dealing with all that stuff, so she probably has an upper hand on everybody anyway. Not to mention, you know, what they were in their former life. Just the way they look at things. That's true. I mean, you know, people that were in Battlefield and stuff have different things. Deal with it different ways and stuff, but though she seems, compared to a lot of other people that would be dealing with war and stuff, they're very, at least visibly unaffected. Oh, the downsides of not a lot of height.
失礼しました、住所閣下。自分はターニャ・デグレチャフ学生、帝国軍にて魔導注意を拝命しております。
参謀本部専務参謀次長のゼトゥアだ。
専務参謀といえば広報のトップ、企業なら経営戦略の中枢。お目にかかり光栄であります。
何か急ぎの用事がなければ少しいいかね。
あ、喜んで。まさに千載一遇の好機。図書館通いの甲斐があったな。
I mean, yeah, with someone that high up, extra time with them is at least, well, usually it's not a bad thing.
失礼します。
As long as you can, you know, prove yourself.
機関に聞いてみたいことがあってな。
閣下のお言葉は含意が広すぎます。
は、では言い換えよう。機関はこの戦争の形態をどう予想する？
僭越ながら自分は言及すべき立場にないと思います。
I think he cares about your opinion, though, on this. Yeah.
主観で構わん。自由に述べよ。
これ以上の故事は失礼に当たるか。では、お言葉に甘えて失礼いたします。この度の戦争は大戦に発展するものと確信、その軍事力は絶大。1対1ならば共和国にも勝利できるでしょう。共和国に勝利し平和を回復し得た場合、我が国は大陸における絶対的優位を確立します。しかしです。そのような状況を他の列強、連合王国やルーシー連邦が座視するとは考えられません。彼らは選択を迫られているのです。覇権国家の誕生を許容するか拒絶するかの選択を。故に他国の干渉は必然です。共和国への借款から始まり、武器供与や
Yeah, she's definitely using some of that knowledge.
どう対処する？
早期の講和を模索しつつ、不可能ならば消耗の抑制を第一にします。これぞ有意義なプレゼン。社会人の醍醐味だな。
つまりは勝利を目指さないと？
しまった。
Uh,
大変まずい。実にまずい。不発な口を打ち抜きたい。言葉の上ではその通りです。
you gonna try to backtrack now, or
敵の血を流させることで、いずれは帝国の勝利に至るかと。
one of those long games?
具体案はあるのかね？
臆病者は前線で酷使される。ここは少しでも勇ましいことを。
拠点制圧に不向きだ。
肯定します。ですが、火力と俊敏性を誇る魔導士は敵兵力を狩るのに理想的な陛下です。ここだ。ここで積極性を示すしかない。いかなる国も国力や人的資源が沸騰してしまえば戦争を続けられません。自軍の損耗を抑制しつつ勝利するという点をもって言うならば、消耗抑制ドクトリンでしょうか。魔導士の最適な運用形態かと愚行いたします。
Honestly, I know she's trying to obviously say all the strategies, you know, that are going to work, but at the same time, keep her in the back and safe and everything. I think that's definitely running through their mind, but also, like, I think it's going to do the opposite and end up, as we saw from last episode, where it showed, like, we saw X intervene with that phrase or whatever. It seemed like for sure by putting, you know, her profile and picture and stuff and everything. I feel like something's going to happen to put her back in the front lines. I feel like that's a guarantee.
実施に際してだが、魔導部隊はどの程度の規模が必要だ？
大体が適切でしょう。兵隊への負荷が少なく、かつ戦力として最低限の単位。
And they were talking about like a special force. Is that what this is going to become? Like she's literally.
正式な書面にまとめてくれたまえ。
了解いたしました。失礼いたします。
World War. So
著者などは機密だが、ゼトゥアから渡された論文だ。各方面軍の視察で忙しいだろうが、移動中にでも目を通しておく。
wait, did he write everything down she said and then is utilizing it to make a world war?
人命すら数字として消費する狂気の戦争、それが国家の崩壊まで続くだと。し かしなぜだ、なぜ否定できない、何なのだこの違和感は。それにこのロジックや論文全体から受ける印象はどこかで。
From this logic and writing, well, because he probably recognizes like Tanya, maybe like realizes it's Tanya.
の成績と評価は上々。参謀本部とのコネもあるし、卒業後の不安材料は限りなくゼロに近いな。ウーが大殿。珍しいところでお会いしました。
ライフルに新聞、相変わらずだな。まさに軍人の鏡だ。
そういう大殿こそ軍大学の誉れである12騎士のランクは確実だと。
なぜ君は軍に志願した？君ほどの才幹があれば道はいくつもあるだろう。なぜわざわざ？
I mean, it's a fair question.
私の父は軍人でした。
でした。ということは
母にも捨てられ孤児となった私には軍隊以外の道などありませんでした。
しかし何と言っていいかわからないが、君はまだ子供だ。
I mean, technically.
大殿は召喚の資質を疑われるのですか？
それは違う。違うが、子供が生まれたことになるのだろうかとな。可愛い盛りの子供を戦場に送るなどどうかしている。
I mean, normally, yes. Yes, I agree. Though it's been done before in history, but it's horrible.
そんな。
でもだからこそ狂気の幕が開ける前に後方に下がるべきです。
それは許されない行為だ。
大殿、生きることも戦いなのです。娘さんを戦場へ送らないためにも。よろしければ昼食にしませんか？ここのブルストはなかなかですよ。
That was a pretty wholesome conversation.
これでウーガ大は出世コースから脱落。なおかつ戦場を知る良識人を味方につけたわけだ。精神的に無防備になった相手を説得すべき。そう主張したファシストは悪魔的天才。
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, we know that everything, like, it definitely, it's so, Tanya has, like, these traits. Like, obviously is calculated in some ways, utilizing, you know, knowledge of their former life. That's always, like, and what we knew what they used to be or whatever. Being able to utilize things like that, but also just, it's very, very calculated in that sense. Now, I still think it's going to backfire in some way.
現在ライン戦線は中央本体の再配置により小康状態を保っていると。ですが西方方面軍が崩壊寸前になったのも事実。防衛戦力の増強と再編が急務でしょう。何か妙案が？新たな即応軍の。
Yeah. And I think they're gonna he's gonna utilize what Tanya said to.
数日前、機関が中心となって提出した
Yup.
即応窓代替構想か。
Like I thought, using what Tanya said, everything that like she said for his proposal, he utilized that knowledge and used everything that she said so he could bring it to the board and bring it to everybody, and it looked justified. And then she's gonna be like the leader of it or something. Like that's like, or at least being put in there immediately. She unfortunately just like signed herself to this, because when it was mentioned last episode or whatever, knew it was going to come up at some point, but it's crazy how he actually kind of he used her there.
はい。大体規模なら引き抜きに差し障りはなく展開力も高いと。
構想自体は理解できるが、
すでに優秀な人材も確保しております。
Yup.
先行はもとより提出させた論文が卓越した視野と判断力を物語っておりました。
有能な軍人を遊ばせる余裕などないと。
召喚が両閣下へ提出した士官学校時代の報告は確認いただいたのか？
はい、ですが軍大学で成長したと判断されたようです。
What was it, 6 months that she was there?
人間の本性はそう簡単に変わるものではない。 これを嫁とはそういうわけか。
Uh-huh.
中二騎士のランクに選抜されるとは全く驚きですな、ゼトゥは閣下。
ああ、見事なものだ。
過分なお言葉恐れ入ります。
育ち盛りだろう。遠慮は無用だ。
はい、満喫させていただきます。
It's still odd.
どうだね、参謀本部の名物は。
Just seeing her anywhere with all these higher ups and stuff.
正直海軍のガンルームで取る食事の方がマシだろうな。は、素直に申し上げるならば前線を思い出す見事なものだと。
おお、素晴らしい回答だ。いっそ常在戦場の食堂とでも名付けて来てもらったのは機関の卒業後の配属についてだ。
I wonder where you're gonna go. And what you're gonna do.
2年ほど経験を積めば参謀将校本流への仲間入りか。
機関の武功を考慮し、人事局は選
For
択
2
に
years.
口を挟まない。好きに選ぶとよい。
よりどりみどりですね。迷ってしまいます。これは
Or you can do
参
this.
謀本部からも一通ある。さて、召喚はこれにて幸運を祈るよ、デグレチャフ君。
はい、大佐殿。
大佐、ご苦労であった。
人事の書類は建前。初めから選択肢などなかった。
Yup.
機関のことだ。実務的な話の方がよかろう。デグレチャフ
It's all clicking now.
機関には新設の即応魔導大隊を任せるつもりだ。
Oh man.
大体が適切
You actually recommended it. You literally made it come into action.
大体を率いるなど前線以上のリスク。
大隊は即応の
And he used
参謀
you.
本部直轄。基本的に機関の上官はいない。
しかし召喚は注意です。大隊を率いるのには適切ではないと。
心配はいらん。すぐに編成官の辞令を入れる。成官として大尉へ昇進。その後大隊編成の項で無理やり少佐にねじ込む段取りだ。
This is exactly the opposite that you wanted.
どうしてこうなったそれで編成の期限は？
早いに越したことはない。48名以下なら好きに編成したまえ。
了解しました。
That's a lot of people to
召喚
choose,
はこれで。
like individually.
機関は人を選びすぎるとも聞く。能力を疑うわけではないが、あまり良い風評ではない。留意しておけ。
ご後輩感謝いたします。
武運を祈る。
Oh man. I mean, who actually thought? I want someone to tell me if they actually thought she was gonna live a safe life in the rear. I want to see one person that thought that in the comments. Come on.
なんだこれは。募集してまだ1週間だぞ。
And everybody wants to join.
普通なら交代軍を望むはず。
Reputation, I'm sure.
ブラックな求人広告。こんな地獄の片道ツアーになぜ応募する？だいたい一人で決済できる量ではないぞ。無理だ。絶対に無理だ。よし、人手不足を理由に時間稼ぎよ。失礼します。機関がなぜここに？お久しぶりです。デグレチャフ大尉殿。
Of course. Actually, that's not even a surprise, you know, from what we saw with her. And how much weirdly they got along. I knew, like, come on, she's gonna definitely be in that group. But yeah, I didn't know how it was gonna end up happening, but man, like, Tanya got used. This is what happens, like, when you think you're gonna every single thing. I mean, it was calculated. You thought everything that you said and did was going to put you in one spot, but I think without X interfering there, maybe it could have gone down a different path. But there was definitely interference, and there is definitely, like, Tanya got used a bit there. So I'm kind of excited to see where this
goes though. Like, okay, now you're going to be part of this bigger group. So like, or well, not really bigger group, but more of like a specialized. You wanted to be in the rear. You are going to be in every major big battle, I would think now. You would be right. You're going to be right in the major of the front lines. Like, oh man, this is good. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Patreon for the full reactions, watch ahead, exclusive shows. We do a bunch of stuff over there, and it's a way to support the channel. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. That link will be down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.